Noticed on this road trip, and this goes back to the Edmonton game Saturday, that the Leafs have played, what they call that north-south game that Berube really likes. So it's not, if they're making passes, it's long down the ice, not side to side, side to side, side to side, which is what they did so much of last year, which drives people crazy. But it's a lot more open and free-flowing than I think it had been previously. Now, I think part of that is Nyes and Tavares being back, and that's great.
100%.
I think part of that is Morgan Riley has reemerged a little bit.
He's had a really good week or so.
And so I wanted to talk to you guys just about the formatting of the team and how because it does feel like the system that they are playing has sped up and they are ready for it to speed up, right? You're seeing shots off the rush, specifically guys like Bobby McMann, not last night, but rush in and score.
I need to look into it. I obviously haven't had time with the late game and then all that. You understand the deal. But the Leafs have been criticized for their defense doesn't generate offense. Well, they were instrumental in all 3 goals. They scored the first one, and then it was deflections off of defenseman shots on the other 2. But they moved the puck up the ice really well. Like I want to know what like their zone exits are like, their success rate. How often it leads to entries, how good they are at preventing the other team from getting out of their zone, which really feels like a strength of theirs compared to last year. And I'm not trying to dump on the guy because I know he's having a terrible year, but TJ Brody really struggled at times with that. They're just able to do more. Now, there was some encouraging things. Domi and Matthews works.
I've been saying that all year.
Yeah,
can I just take a hand of credit for that, please?
Yes, but
it's
you
always
can't take
worked.
too much credit.
Why?
Marner had a really good game. I thought Tavares was. Oh my God, he could have had a hat trick.
Yeah, poor Tavares. That post that he hit.
Yeah,
oh my God.
Nylander, I'm pretty sure, had the worst game score on the team. And
Hilarious.
And I mean, it's not like the Leafs for most of the game looked like the better team. Not the whole game, but most of it. I don't love him on the left wing. And remember a few years ago, it's like, oh, he prefers to be on the left. And then they tried it and it wasn't good.
Right.
So it's like you solved one thing and you created another problem in the process. Who knows? Maybe Saturday night they throw the same lineup out there and they're great. I don't know. But they're still trying to figure out the right mix. What I love about this year's team is they're fidgety. Craig Berube is trying everything. Thank God.
I think he's trying everything, guys, to show them that they need a third line center or a second line center who can play third or second. I think he's yelling Brad.
Pontus Holmberg has the same amount of goals as Fraser Minton in a third in triple the games. What are we like? I don't even hate that player.
It's not a role for him.
He is a non-option to score goals.
Yeah.
I mean, Domi is 3. But like Domi can do things offensively that Holmberg can't. Holmberg can do things defensively that Domi can't. But I'd rather see Domi on the right of Matthews. It really does. That one position in the lineup sticks out like a sore thumb. And yesterday I made a joke online about like being a Luke Cunnin truther now, and the Leafs got to get him from the Sharks. Like even getting him would improve that position 1,000%.
I hope they're aiming higher.
I do too.
And we are going to talk about potential Leafs trades coming up, so let's not get too into it.
Can you imagine?
No offense to Luke, I think he's a great player, and I love the ad. And if anybody was listening to that CJ show at Boston Pizza, the guy was like, he started the question with, "I hate." Who's the owner of the Caps?
Ted Leonsis.
I hate Ted Leonsis. And what are the Leafs trading for Luke Kunin? And we were like, wow, all right.
Okay, Luke Kunin has 5.5 times the goals that Holmberg has.
Wow.
He has 11. That's it.
That would be great.
Like, this is what I'm talking about. It's. I hope they aim higher because they might be unstoppable, but aim anything.
Yep. Agreed.
Take a shot in the dark.
That
maybe hit something.
Jesse, it looks like you're looking at something over there, and I'm curious what's going through your mind.
No, I was thinking about Steve and his favorite word, of late is bumblefuck. It looked like
So good. It's so good.
your word.
Bumblefuck. Well, I stole it from a friend of ours.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was an original. I guess.
Sorry, I'm half Italian. This is, friends of us.
Just a joke thief over here.
Yeah. It's true. It's true, but they wouldn't want credit for it, though.
So I was thinking about that in relation to William Nylander. You talk about him playing on the left side. Last night, like, he bumblefucked the puck all over the place. It looked like he hated playing on the left side, you know? When somebody's that successful of late and you're almost leading the league in goals, it feels wrong to move you off of that position when something's working so well to then be like, okay, go play the other wing, see what's up. And it didn't seem like he liked it a whole lot.
No.
So I don't like the fact that putting Domi up there pushes Willie to the left because he doesn't look comfortable. So they got to figure out a way. Maybe it's giving him his own line. Maybe it's giving Marner his own line, which I know he's never done kind of in the era of the Leafs, where he's had to drive a line with two centers that aren't Matthews or Tavares, with a center that's not Matthews or Tavares. So that'll be interesting. But there's still a lot of stuff they got to do with the outside of the core four.
Yeah. Keep trying stuff.
Yeah, they got to keep trying, because this isn't the ideal lineup.
No,
but they need somebody else in there still. They need to figure out where everybody's playing. It's not quite there, but we're getting closer.
Robertson has had a good stretch. He made a couple really mystifying plays last night, but it seems like Nyes, Matthews, I don't give a shit if it's Marner or Nylander anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Who was on the second line left wing last night? Oh, it was Nylander. Yeah. Oh, my God. I mean, I probably have a third line that is McMann, new guy, Domi. That's my third line.
Right. I liked when Robertson was on a breakaway and the puck ended up in the corner. That
one,
Just
I didn't even
over a stick.
I've seen that before.
Yeah.
I was more concerned with the pizza he threw right into the friggin' slot.
That too.
Right before that.
That's
right
true.
before that. Yeah.
Nicky, well, because
Not a great game.
he goes, oh shit, I fucked up. I'm gonna dig up, and that happens to him sometimes. Whereas then you get the opposite, where Max Pacioretty takes the offensive zone penalty, and then as soon as he gets out of the box, he's like, I'm going to skate faster than I have in 5 years and generate a scoring chance here.
Yeah.
God, I would have loved if he scored there.
Yeah, and he probably should have shot the second time after he got his own rebound instead of turning up the ice and finding Morgan 20 feet from the net for a one-timer.
He looks frustrated, and I hope he's not, because like
Pacioretty?
Yeah, last night he was on the fourth line, and I'm like, that's actually not a terrible role for him, though. Like, what's he been doing this year? Scoring? Mm-hmm. Well, no. He's been running people the fuck over, and he's a guy who actually has some offensive capability in his bag, which nobody who has played on the fourth line this season has at all.
There's some ideal third line in there that features Pacioretty, I think, with people we probably don't have right now.
Well, McMann would have to get promoted, and then Pacioretty. Yeah. So it's Pacioretty, I don't know, new guy, Domi, I guess.
Something like that.
Pacioretty Domi could work.
Yeah. I don't think he, like, even if he's not playing fourth line minutes, I don't think the fourth line is probably where he should be on the paper.
It just feels like, Jesse, have you ever tortured yourself with a Rubik's Cube?
Oh my God, what?
Have you ever used a Rubik's Cube?
Do I like rub it into my eye? And
what am I doing? This is really not what this is the purpose of.
Why didn't anyone show me how to use this?
You light it on fire and burn it on your skin?
No, I've never successfully completed a Rubik's Cube, but I've gotten it like, all right, it's almost, the whole side is almost yellow, but there's one piece of red or something like that. Okay. So here, let me click. Oh, okay, I got the red side, but now I fucked up the yellow side. And sure. That's what it feels like the Leafs forwards are like. Mm-hmm. I feel like every time I try to solve the issue, or they try to solve the issue, they create another one. They're so close. They need a guy.
Yeah,
one guy.
The collection of forwards they have right now doesn't make sense together. There needs to be changes and guys swapped out and swapped in because they need different pieces.
Now, one forward that is working, and I'm going to quote this from Nick D'Souza. Who the hell is he? Nick D'Souza.
He's a guy.
Really good guy.
Nick.
Bobby McMann has 32 goals in 101 NHL games since being placed on waivers last season.
Scoring at a 30-goal pace this year.
Unreal.
Unreal. Brad, bless you. Bless you, Brad. I could kiss you on the mouth.
What an extension. By the
Year
way.
one at $1.35 million for a guy who, for the season opener, did not play
Right.
because he got healthy scratched.
Yeah. Didn't have the best camp, according to Craig Brewer.
He was healthy scratched more than once this season, if
Yes.
I'm not mistaken. I don't see any of those in his future.
No, he's been spectacular, and he is sort of the depth scoring that you could say he's looking. The Leafs have been looking for 17 goals now, and I think what's interesting about the way Bobby McMann scores, it's not just one way. He can be off the rush because he has blazing speed. It can be a tip in front of the net because he's got a stick down and it's the second unit's on and they got more than 30 seconds to play.
That was so encouraging. The last 2 goals Bobby McMann has scored, if I'm not mistaken, were that tip in front and those filthy friggin' hands that led to the backhander on the power play.
Mm-hmm.
So they're power play goals, which is awesome. Now you're getting production out of your second unit as well. But McMann, who's such a sniper, he's scoring those playoff goals. Right? Those goals that are never friggin' there. Like, it keeps me up at night that he didn't play those 7 games against
I know.
I know.
What could have been?
They were 1 goal separated them.
Yeah.